Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. I'm on with Secondhand Sunday. So if you watched my Friday book haul, you would have seen that I got some vintage fashion magazines, mostly French ones. And I mentioned that I had been out to the op shops as well. So while I was out and about, I did check up a marketplace and there was a box of stationery someone was getting rid of for $10. And I'd been eyeing it off for a couple of months. And I thought while I was out and about, I'd see if I could arrange to pick that up as well, which I did. So I'll show you what I got with that. And then I'll also show you the little bits and pieces I got from two of the secondhand stores that I went to. The third one I outdid myself. So I will show that one next time. So in this box of stationery, now it's a little bit dusty and some of the folders are a bit dirty and need a wash. But I think I got a real bargain actually for $10. There were suspension files. I think there's about 4 of those, which I need like a hole in the head because I've got a few hundred here. But you know, I did make my last journal with them and I loved the way that turned out. So I'll definitely be using a lot more of them. And I do use them to store a lot of my book pages as well. There were a pile, which I'll find in a minute. Just got a whole lot of stuff on top of the box. There were manila folders. There's a few different colours as well. And they're used ones, so there's a few tears and wrinkles. So that makes it easy for me to cut them up and use them as bases for things. So that's wonderful. But there's some grey ones and some blue ones. Sorry, I probably haven't even been in camera very much. Just a little one there. And that one. I'll just put that to the side. Now, one of the main reasons I was eyeing off this box of stationery is because I was starting to get a bit low on my page protectors. And I use stacks and stacks of these because I store all my pages that I get out of books in them to protect them. And I also use them when I send pages off to people in the mail so that they don't get wet. So as you can see, these ones are a bit dirty and that. They're not too bad though. It's just the outside ones mainly. But I will use these ones for just storing papers here. I think whoever had it must have had a dog or cat or both by the looks of the fur in that. Yeah. I've just got to the stage now in my place where we don't have dog fur on everything. So it's funny when you bring some in. So yeah, I was wrapped because I got heaps and heaps of page protectors, but there are also a whole lot of different folders. So this is full scap size and it has this yellow paper in it, so I'll be able to take that yellow paper out and use it. And that's quite new, that one. There were also a box that has a whole heap of your page protectors and a pack here as well, so they are new ones, so I'm going to put them aside for the ones that I send off to other people because hopefully they won't have so much dog fur in them. And then there was this folder and it has stacks of your page protectors in. Again, they look pretty vintage, but as I said, I'll use those myself. And it's good because it's a 3-ring binder, needs a bit of a wipe down. But around here, when I was studying, I could only get like the 2-ring ones, and it's so annoying because these tend to, when they get a bit heavy, they tend to hang down below the folder, and I hate that. So the 3-ring binders are heaps better. So I'll probably keep that and use it. There were other folders, 2-ring ones, so I'll probably put them in the second-hand shop. One of these that just has your clear sheets. I use them too when I'm sorting out papers. This one, which again is just chock-a-block full of your page protectors. So I hit the jackpot with page protectors. So really, even just what we've seen so far is well worth the $10. Another one full of page protectors. Then now we're, see, this looks pretty new too. Business Manager it's called. So that's just a folder as well. But when you have as many papers and pages as what I do, you need all the help you can get to store them. Now these are dusty, but these are expanding files. So there's 2 of those expanding files. Now, I had one of these before, so a whole lot of your document wallets. Again, they've been well used. But really, really handy. I do store lots of stuff in those, like my wrapping paper that I get from the secondhand store, tissue paper, all that sort of thing. A couple of your clip folders. So again, I'll see if I can wash them off. They're full skep size as well, nice and big. Some of these sort of clear folders. Not sure if I'll use them or just put them back to the op shop. Some of these card holders, I'll keep them. I always keep that sort of stuff. I'm sure there's something I can do with that. Oh, that's a neat little folder. Another clipboard. That one looks pretty dirty though. It's interesting design, isn't it? You can slip something in there. So obviously these people had a business, maybe. Obviously, maybe. It's another expanding file folder. This is interesting. Not sure what that's for. Soft padded area. Maybe it's just so that it doesn't get noisy or something. I don't know. This one's really cool too, expanding folder. So just more of these types of ones. And more. Another one with your page protectors. This is slip-on reusable exercise book covers. So they might come in handy. Got a whole heap of exercise books here somewhere if I end up using them for something. I've got covers for them. Your tab dividers with dog fur. Otherwise they're pretty clean. Small folders. Okay. There's an exercise book size, something I can use a cover on. So this is a series analysis book. So it's just got your columns. So I might tea dye that one. A record book. Triplicate papers. So I love this sort of thing. I find them really good. These are a bit big, so you could probably just fold them up and slip them into your journal tucks and pockets for some extra writing space. That's what I'd do with those. There are a couple of business card holders, which I'm not sure what I'll do with. I could just reuse these and make some tag pockets out of them or something like that. There were some envelopes. I love getting envelopes and things. These are 15-pack gold craft pocket envelopes. There were a whole heap of these yearly time books. So again, just really neat pages to slip into tuck spots. And you can embellish them too, and they'd look quite neat. There was a record book. 3 of these are quite similar. Invoice and statement books. It's another invoice and statement book. I don't know how this one got in here because, oh, I know, that was in the drawer when I went to put them away and then I pulled them out. That's my old invoice and statement book. So that is it for what was in the $10 box. Okay, so next part of this video, I will show what I grabbed from 2 of the op shops I went to, and I'll leave the last op shop for next week because that's the one where someone had cleaned out their craft room and I got a bit too much stuff, but a few good things, hopefully. I know you sort of go into this state where you're just tunnel vision grabbing your craft stuff, not really thinking much, but we'll soon find out. Yeah, so I grabbed these. I always grab these. They're your page protectors. Realistically, though, they probably cost as much in the second-hand shop as they do new, but they look like they're pretty well new. And there are stacks of them, and I use these heaps, so I was starting to get a bit low. I think I grabbed some before, didn't I, out of that box as well, so I should be right for a while now. Yeah, they look new. So I've got 2 packets of them, and I'll be able to reuse the plastic envelopes that they're into. Then I'll start with the fabric. Yes, can't resist some nice fabrics, especially themed ones. So there was this, it's like your upholstery sort of chair fabric, and it's got different fruits on it, which I think are really cool for covers or even pockets, that sort of thing. It's got plums, apples, cherries, peach, grapes, pears somewhere. Yeah, we've got pears. So there's a bit of that. This, I love this. There were 2 lots of it and I almost grabbed both of them. I like it because it looks like it's been tea dyed. It's that nice dark creamy colour and it's got florals on it. And there are a few individual pieces, but they're quite big. So good few covers. Oops, sorry. Good few covers in those. And I think there's about 4 or something squares like that together. And then this one, which I love, I think it's, yeah, it's Christmas themed, but it's sort of like your farmhouse Christmas. The Button House, Prairie Town General Store, the Cookie House, Prairie Town Depot. So I really like those. Again, just great Christmas journal covers, especially nice big journals or glue books for Christmas. Might have to do something with them for this Christmas. There was a bag of some odds and ends, which I haven't looked into, but looking from the outside, it looked really good. There's this nice one. That's nice autumn colours. And this is beautiful. Looks really nice and old. Checkers. This is lovely too. Don't know what you'd call that colour. It's a dusty pink apricot sort of colour. There's a whole pile of that. That'll be great for embellishments. Oh, didn't know this one was hiding in there. So another nice floral, and these look vintage. I don't think they necessarily are. They might be. But they definitely look it, which is what we want. That one's really pretty. And this one, leaves on it. A bit of blue. It's a softer style fabric. Goes that way, yep. This is like upholstery fabric again almost. Some of this maroon colour, I might put that to the side. And some more that's sort of like your calico, thin calico. Can never get too much of that, I don't think. and some whiter sort of sheet material, and then this piece. So that's a whole heap of fun, those ones. There was a motif, an iron-on motif, and it's cherries, great for a fruit-themed journal. A handkerchief. I like the colours in this, purple and green and the yellow. Hopefully it hasn't been used too much. So give that a good wash and iron it out. But they'll make beautiful pockets, I think. Now, there was this bag, and it's got your, whatever them things are, bobbins. I love grabbing them from the secondhand shop. I have so many now, but I like it because there's nothing worse than having to change your bobbin and get more thread on it and that. So if I can have one for each of my cottons, that'll be the day. I'll have to stop buying cottons and buy more bobbins. Then one for each colour's nice. I've probably got that ×2, but I think these will be really handy. And then there was this. When I first saw the pack, I thought it was ribbon, but it's actually a rubber or a plastic, and it's not sticky. And I have no idea what this is for. Like, is it for sewing? Or is it for gardening or something? If any of you know, can you let me know? It's just, yeah, plastic ribbon that was in with the bobbins. So I'm keeping it there until I figure out what it's for, and then I'll know what to do with it. Now this, I love this, one of my favourite finds. Little adornment. I think it's wood. And I don't know if you can, I had to keep looking at it and looking at it. I'm thinking, is that a bug? And then I turn it up that way and it's a skeleton with a top hat and that in purple. So really nice for a goth themed journal. So I'll be putting that one away. It's probably my other favourite find out of this lot. A whole lot of your craft paper bags. There were 100 pieces and it doesn't look like too many are missing, and they're really nice little ones. So I think they're going to be heaps fun to play with. They'd be nice to hold a bookmark in the journals. So they'll be fun to stamp, I reckon. This flowers note cards. So they're 24 evocative postcards apparently, but they don't have the postcard backing. Well, they sort of do. I thought they were really pretty for brighter journals. Lovely. They're really nice and big too. There's beautiful colours in that. Pattern had been reduced because they charge a mint at the shop. I think they're charging $3 for them usually. This one they had reduced down to $1. Yeah, it was $3, but they reduced it down to $1. And I love the kids on there. Nice and retro. So I grabbed that one. There was another. I'm trying to resist buying too many more of these because, you know, they take up a lot of space storage-wise. But I'll take it all out of the box and downsize things a bit. But had to get this one because it's lavender. Just break the top. Why not? I can't get it unstuck. They've stuck it really well. There we go. So writing paper, 20 sheets it says. And that's really pretty. And looks like there's a little more in here. Oh wow, there's a few different bits and pieces. That plainer one. That which looks like maybe cherry blossom. That's beautiful. There's these ones. One of them smells. I think it's this one. With florals. And then we've got cherry blossom envelopes. They're really pretty. Just seeing if there's anything on the front. Yes. And then some lavender envelopes. And I'll reuse that. Nice journaling card. and a couple of these envelopes. So that was a bit of a mixed bag, but a mixed box, I should say. I'll reuse the cardboard as well. I won't reuse the lid though, it's a bit dirty. So that was better than expected what was in there. There was this telephone message book. So it's duplicate sets. I like the cardboard in this as well. But these real cool little size to be able to, I don't know if they're perforated. It doesn't look like they're perforated. Oh, this one is. Maybe the first one isn't. Oh, they're the duplicates that aren't perforated, I think. Yeah. But yeah, nice size to slip into journaling spots, and I think that'd look all right embellished as well. And the last thing I got was some wrapping paper. I could not resist this one with budgies on it, and the lady said if I grabbed two, it was like $2 for $1, so I had to dash back and pick another one. Oh, it just makes me clucky. I miss my budgie. Wish my son would move out so I could have one. He won't let me have one yet because they're too noisy, he reckons. Maybe if I get one, then he'll move out. But I love him. He can stay as long as he wants. As long as he keeps buying me Hungry Jacks. Yeah, so this is a birthday one, but I really love that all the teddy bears are in ovals, so you can cut them out individually. So that was the one I grabbed to make it up to my $1. So that is it for this week's haul. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope some of you have managed to get out and do a bit of op-shop shopping therapy for yourselves. Take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye.